Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure Wave Spider-Man 2099. I have always liked the costume for Spider-Man 2099. In fact, I still remember way back in the early Spider-Man Classics days when they did the first Spider-Man 2099 figure as a KB exclusive. I remember hunting that figure down and absolutely loving it. I'm pretty excited that we're getting an update. So let's go ahead and check him out. As you can see, he comes in that same style window box packaging that we've seen for all the recent Marvel Legends figures, and the backside shows you which Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure pieces come with which figures in this wave. So we're going to go ahead and open him up and take a closer look at the figure. This is definitely another one of those characters that I am very happy to see an update of. He's had figures in the past, specifically way back in the early days of Marvel Legends and that first Spider-Man Classics wave as an exclusive, as I mentioned. So it's pretty great getting an updated version that's got better proportions, maybe a little bit of a better sculpt, and also a much cooler paint job. So speaking of the paint job on this guy, I really love it because what they did is he is done in that metallic plastic, very similar to what we've been seeing for some of the recent Iron Man figures where it's got kind of that shiny marble look to it. So he's done in this very dark blue metallic plastic, and it just works so well for this figure. I have always kind of imagined Spider-Man 2099 having a bit more of that metallic sheen to it because he's got that futuristic look going on. And I believe even in like the video game, what was it, Shattered Dimensions, I believe was the name of it, very fun game, but he had that kind of shiny look in that game. So it's very cool seeing that shiny look done on this action figure, and I think it was pulled off really well. I mean, I love the way that this guy shines. Very cool looking. Now, the deco on the face is great because this is all sculpted on and then painted red, so it's not just painted like the original figure was. But I also like because you can actually see kind of a bit of a face sculpt underneath the mask. Not too much that it detracts or distracts you rather from the design of the mask, but you can definitely see like the ridge for the eyebrows and the nose and everything on there, and even kind of the ears on the side, which I really, really like on this guy. So great sculpt there, love the design. Now the body, where it's got kind of that skull like spider look, this is all just painted, so there's no sculpted details here. And that's fine, but the one complaint I do have is that it's not thick enough here. You can kind of see some blue kind of seeping through the red skull, and then over here going down the shoulders, the paint's a little globbed a little thick right here, and it's peeling off as a result, and especially even kind of down here on his arm where the joint is, you can see where the paint's peeling off. So that's really my only minor complaint, and I'm considering that just kind of a small little gripe. I know that happens from time to time. For the most part, this guy looks gorgeous. Very, very cool look, and like I said, love the metallics. Another thing I really like on this guy is the way they did the little web cape on him. This time around, it's done in a plastic color. It's sort of like a smoky, almost gray blue color, translucent plastic. Got a great tattered web design there. And he's got the hole in his back. So it's just got this little peg, and you can just plug it right onto his back like that. And what's cool about that is you can actually pose it kind of blowing off to the side or something if you want to pose him, flying through the air in flight, or, jumping, leaping around. You can pose that cape around, or you can just pull it off the figure if you don't like it. So that's done really, really well on there as well. So let's go ahead and talk articulation on this guy. The head's on that ball joint, so it can look left, right, spin all the way around. It's got the nice hinge joint in the neck, so he can look up really far, which is very nice for a figure like this. Great articulation with the shoulders. You can see he's got that extra cut right there so that the arms can go way back and way forward. And it's also ball jointed as well, which are nice and tight, so it can move up and down, forwards and backwards. Swivels at the bicep, double joints at the elbow, swivels at the hands with the nice little hinge joint there on the wrist as well. Also, I really love these open hands on him. Those look awesome. You got your torso crunch articulation there. You got your swivel at the waist. The thigh joints don't come out as far as I'd like them to. I feel like a Spider-Man character should definitely be able to almost do the splits, and you can't really do that with him. It does move forwards and backwards very nicely. You do have your nice tight swivels at the thighs. You got great double joints at the knees. You've got no boot cuts, I guess because there's no actual boot on this guy. But you do have the nice pivots on the ankles so they can go side to side, and you got your standard joints moving up and down there as well. So for the most part, you got pretty great range of motion with this guy here, and he's another one that's going to really benefit from having a flight stand of some sort. So if you've got one of those, you can get some really cool poses with this guy. Alright, my friends, since I was already talking about him, it's comparison time. This right here is that original Spider-Man Classics KB exclusive of $20.99. Loved this figure back in the day, so it's pretty neat looking at these two side by side just to see the big differences. Lots of sculpt improvements with the muscles and everything there, and the face sculpt, the hands, the paint details even pretty good on the new one. Again, I love the metallics. Always loved the old one, had this like big crazy cloth web cape that was done on there. It was definitely an interesting way to do it, but I think I prefer the new plastic one. So there you go, my friends. There is a look at Spider-Man 2099, part of that Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure wave. So if you are collecting those parts, he does include this cool flame sword and another arm for your Hobgoblin. So you'll definitely want to grab those with this guy to build your Hobgoblin figure. Otherwise, this is another great figure that is another awesome update of one of my favorite Spider-Man variants. Now if I can just get an awesome update to that classic Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider with the blue hoodie, yeah, I really want that figure. But this guy is pretty fantastic. You might still be able to track this guy down in stores. The Spider-Man Hobgoblin wave there wasn't too long ago. He's still hanging around in places like Toys R Us. Also, you can check out your online stores such as BigBadToyStore.com for some pre-orders or even some in-stock Marvel Legends action figures. So happy hunting, my friends, and until next time.